Mm-hmm.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the All Arsenal Show, part of Ryan's Mr. Arsenal. Sorry, what was Ryan's called again? Mr. Arsenal podcast. Sorry, yeah, Freudian slip there. And tonight we have in the house, we've got myself, Ange B, we've got Emerson, we've got Mike, and we've got Richard. Thank you.
Yeah, I answered. Yeah, I'm in the middle of cooking dinner, but the kids walk in, I'll mute myself.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Oh, right, we got somebody. Somebody who's probably in another country. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much. BX Gunner 81. Thank you so much for tuning in. And what I want to start with is the announcements. Timber and Rice, respectively. I love these announcements. What did you make of these announcements?
I think we knew the Rice one was coming, didn't we?
Yeah.
Since, for 6 months. And I think a couple of years ago during the Euros, I thought if there's one player I can see that is an Arteta player, is Declan Rice. He's just made the way he plays, what we want out of a midfield. So I think we knew about that one, and I think it's also a good choice. British tax and everything. He was probably, we overpaid for him, but you've got to do that. I still think he was a great asset to buy. And Timber, I don't know a great deal about him, but I know that Man United wanted to sign him last year, and when he agreed to stay another season, they went for Martinez after that. So that says a lot, really. I think that he was already on the Premier League radar looking then. And I think from what I've seen of him in training and the way he played, he's up and running immediately. Didn't have to... and he played in a position that he's played in before. He won tackles. He laid ball off. He was very quick. He's strong. So I'm really, really excited about him.
Right, good. But what did you think of the actual Arsenal announcements?
I thought they were very good. Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed them. Rice, I thought, was pretty cool, the way they've done it on YouTube. Yeah, I rather like that, yeah. I'm a sucker for all of that. Emerson, what did you think about it? Was you quite impressed?
Yeah, I think the Rice signing was expected that we were going to sign him and things like that. And with the Timber one, what Michael said was spot on. That he's totally unknown to most Arsenal fans, and it was a thing like that. So he had a good game from the highlights I've seen, thing like that. Although I haven't seen the full 90 minutes, but I've just saw it in glimpses that he's got a good touch and he'll be a good addition to the team. So good luck to both of them, and hopefully that will be successful this season coming. Could start with the Community Shield, hopefully.
Right, yeah. Cool. And sorry, I think we've just lost Richard. Have we lost Richard now? Can't see him on there.
Yeah.
Okay. Richard may come back to us. Yeah, but I just feel generally we all right. Thanks to a certain Italian person who, if anybody follow on whatever social media, lets us know exactly what's happening near enough. But the actual announcements, because you've got to do it with a bit of showiness, whatever. But yeah, I think both the announcements were pretty good. Yeah, keeping it quite. Oh, hang on, I'm just going to try and get Richard back on. Oh, he's not connected at the moment. I'll fiddle about that in a sec. But yeah, it was quite enjoyable. Yeah, no, that was cool. Okay, I'm going to go on to the next thing now. In the US of A, the squad, and Emerson, you've got something to tell us, haven't you?
Yeah, good. it was good news, but as I said, it started really in one of the pre-season matches behind closed doors at the training ground the other week, where he impressed very well, and I think Arteta had a word with him after that and said, "You're in the squad for the US tour," thing like that. Although he hasn't got any minutes, as we know, he hasn't played any minutes. But as I said, he's enjoying himself out there. He's respecting the club's wishes. If you notice, he's not in any of the main pictures that you see with the players and things like that. You see the odd one or two in the videos, but as I said, any pictures that fans are trying to take, of him, like he's stuck in the highlight, but he's enjoying it. As far as I know, he's enjoying it. He's still up. I'm sure he'll get some minutes tomorrow against Man United and against Barcelona. But as I said, we just have to wait and see, when he's going to make his debut, and also exchange his squad number to 45.
Well, yes, because you might be able to answer this, you might not. But because as we know, Decky was going to have the 41. Would there have been a young player who would have?
Yes, there was. There was.
So,
it was a.
sorry.
It was.
I'm going to do a call.
It was Bandera.
Basically, this shirt and the number has been prized out this youngster's hands. You can't have it anymore because it's going to Declan Rice, who we paid 105 million for. Is that correct?
Yeah.
No, of course not. No. Yeah, right.
but further on to that point regarding that squad number, although it was Bandera, it was the academy player that had the squad number before him. Everyone thought it was going to be one of the ones that came back from on loan to have 41, but it was Bandera that had 41. I got a feeling he might have had words with the kit man. The kit man might have had words with him to say, is it possible that he can switch squad number? Which he did oblige, and he went in who's demoted down to the 40 shirt. But unfortunately now he's gone on loan, for the rest of the season.
That's it. They've loaned him out. His number's gone.
That's the unfortunately bad side of it. He changes his squad number. Then he finds out a week or two later he's going on loan for the until July next year, and I wish him all the best because he's one of the best midfielders that we've got for his age group that could have progressed, into the first team, possibly in the Carabao Cup if we're lucky.
Yeah,
but we'll just have to wait and see. How things. But regarding Mario, he's just taking it everything in his stride, and as I said, no one's had hassled, as far as I know of, no one has hassled him for any Arsenal fighters who's been out there. So he's just enjoying it and just gaining all the experience as much as he can and taking it in.
Yeah,
Right,
I think that's the best way, Emerson, as well, don't you? Because sometimes you can impress without having to be on the pitch, like on the main game. It's the little things you can do in training and things like that, isn't it? The things that might catch the eye, which is good.
It's also, I think, that the young guys that have gone away to the training camp in either Germany and the States, it's part of their learning brief also.
Yeah.
Because knowing Mikel and what people are saying, each training session is going to be intense. It's not going to be a laugh and a knockabout and everything. They're going to have to be putting the tackles in, putting the work in, and that's all. Yeah. And that's going to be great experience because they're going to be playing against Premier League players in training, and they're going to learn that this is a serious business, and there's no half-day holidays and stuff like that. And it's a good platform for them to build on, and also it concentrates the mind as well, so that they know. And you sink or swim by what you do there. And I think that's another reason why I think Mikel picks the certain youngsters to go, because the next stage is. I know they do. They train with the first team squad from time to time, But I'm just thinking to actually go on a tour where there are senior players, where there are what was the club's biggest ever signing is left at home, and you're on the plane. You know that this is a serious business, and you know you've got to put the work in, but you're also learning at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm just going to stop you there because I don't know why this wasn't working for me, but it's coming up now. Good evening, John Gooner. Thank you for tuning in. Mr. Tom, thank you so much, my love. Bronco in VA. Sorry, I can't see that. Oh, right, there we go. It's working now. Big up, Ryan and the crew. Thank you. And we've also got Luke Chapman, new Northampton Town Puma away kit. Haven't got it yet. It's ordered and paid for. Oh, well, do you know what? My daughter, this is all a bit dodgy. Her uncle used to work at the Emirates as steward, and she got a lot of Arsenal kits, and she's got a lovely pair of ladies' Puma back in the day, tracky pants. Yeah. So she wears them with pride, very much so. Yeah, Puma. Gosh, they're still going. That's lovely. Not being facetious there by any means, because unlike us stupid people with Adidas. Please. Next. Oh, Nightman. Hi, mate. No Ryan Rants. No, he's too tired. He stayed up silly o'clock watching football. Next. Too funny. Well, actually, that brings me on, and I think we might have a few here. Hint. Sorry, Mike, when this was all going on, I wasn't quite getting it. But I think you're waiting for some music, I believe.
Me?
Okay, we saw something in the chat, and I was having a break.
Down to the pitch now. Julian Segovic's live with Bukayo Saka.
Bukayo, you're looking at that MVP trophy. You've had your fair share of trophies, but...
That I thought was hilarious.
Right, okay, got it. Right, okay, got it totally. Thank you. Arsenal v MLS All-Stars. Something I did notice, because I was told by the internet that Messi wouldn't be allowed to be in it. Is that correct?
Yes.
No.
Right.
I don't
No.
know why.
Something popped in my head. I thought, oh my God, we can't have him playing against our boys.
Yeah, no. There was
Okay.
something in his contract, I believe, but I don't know
Right.
the real reason why. Yeah.
All right.
But,
No Ryan Rants in his underpants. Yeah, that's good rhyming. Well done, Nightman. Oh, dear. Right, so anyway, I didn't watch this. I'd gone to my bed because I had to get up for work. I did see in our little group WhatsApp, and Ryan, and fair play to all of you who did that watch along. Fair play to you. Like I said, I was out at Sparko. So anyway, all I woke up to was 5-0. Yeah, very nice. Right, Mike, you watched it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to talk us through it?
Yeah, strangely, the way I watched it, I actually eventually, I thought I could get it on my Amazon stick, but failed miserably. So I got it on YouTube. But
Okay.
whoever put it on the YouTube had like a static picture of a Japanese or a Chinese building. Then on the other side had the game, which was quite.
Right.
So I think he was getting away with some of the showing rights and all that by having something on, and this was in the corner. So I was watching it in a small square on my screen, and it was a game of two different halves. Really, we had a first team and almost a second team in the second half, and I think there was only 3 players maybe that didn't get on. But I think everybody else got minutes. Some got longer than others. Mm-hmm. And as we've already mentioned, I thought Timber started like a train. I thought he got stuck in, played very well, got involved, seemed to move about the pitch. He was very tippy-tappy, but I don't mean that in a negative way.
Yeah.
Touch balls off, and he moved off the ball. He also showed quite a bit of strength in some tackles and stuff. So I was very impressed with him. Declan I think the thing that impressed me about Declan was he walked onto the pitch and it looked like he strolled around like he owned it straight away. So his confidence had to have been up. I can't remember him doing a lot during the game. But what stuck out for me was the two things. Was about the physical aspects, because I particularly remember going to Stoke on a horrible, windy, cold day a few years ago, the time when I think RVP got sent off for messing with the goalkeeper. And they were literally kicking us up in the air, literally. And I don't think that's so much the case now with this team. I think we're not there yet as being a physical team, but we're a lot more physical. We're a lot more stronger, a bit more robust. And I don't think where we, maybe the Wimbledons and don't know what the teams that are coming up, what Burnley will be like now, but I don't think teams are going to bully us quite so much as they maybe have done in the past. We're still not ultimately strong and have big boys in the middle, but I think if Thomas stays, Rice can put it about a bit. Jorginho's all right. And also, when I mentioned Bacco before, he's getting used to being kicked and he's playing on that. He's wanting the challenge. The way he plays, it's a case of you can put the challenge in, but the chances are I'm going to get past you. And if I don't get past you, you're going to foul me. And that's quite apparent as well. And the other thing that crossed my mind a lot was that their teams, whoever they are, whether it's Man City or Burnley, like I say, they are not going to know how we're going to play. Even when they see the team sheet, because we've got so much variation now, we're not predictable anymore. At one 2 seasons ago, you could predict that when Tierney's on the wing, that's where everything that Arsenal would do going forward would go down that left wing. It would go to Tierney and he'd cross it over and we'd try and score that way. Even when it's on the right-hand side, we'd do cross ball straight over to the left, give it Tierney and see what happens. So that now we've got inverted players now, both full-backs, whether it's Zinni or whoever plays on the right now, if Timber does play there, or we can bomb forward with some of the other guys, with Tomiyasu and stuff. Also, who's going to play in the midfield? Because I noticed in the last 2 games that we've had in Germany and in the States, Trossard has been playing sort of a left midfield rather than the number 9. So if you see Trossard on the team sheet, is Zeus going to play on the wing? Trossard through the middle? Is Trossard going to play on the wing? And it's just now, even with the team sheet, we're so unpredictable.
It's good, yeah.
And that's the 2 things that I got, that we're no longer going to be bullied. And I also think now that we've got so many variations, and I'm sure that's what Arteta set out for when he started on this path. That's how he saw it, and it's a bit like a Man City model, but I think this is a step further.
Right, that's what I want to read.
People.
That's good.
That's very good. Sorry, can I just bring in Mr. Tom's comment? I think Eddie should get a new contract on improved terms. What does the panel think?
Again.
A few more goals. Yeah, we'll give it to Eddie. I've always backed Eddie. Yeah, a few more goals.
Yeah, well, he's played on the wing. He played on the wing, not through the middle.
Okay.
Having seen the game, Mike, do you think we still need somebody else in the middle, and somebody a bit stronger as well?
Yes, I'd like to see
I was going to say,
yeah, even if Thomas Partey stays or goes, we need at least one. If Partey went, it'd be two.
yeah,
I like to have two people in front of my back three, because I like to see fullbacks bombing on or invert or whatever they do, but I prefer to see at least two, and that's where we got caught so often. And when we had Xhaka in front of our centre halves, he was fouling and giving fouls away, and people scoring off free kicks. We need at least two, because if we've got, I mean, for example, we've got players that can play at centre back or even at full back who could play in front of a back line, as a bit like John Stones does for City now, because Timber could do that. Who else have we got? I think who could play that role in midfield. Even Ben White could, maybe. I don't know off the top of my head. I was thinking about, because we could have Rice can be a box to box. I think Havertz has to be. I think it's a mistake to try and put him as a false 9 or a 9.
Mm-hmm.
But if we can strengthen strong people that can protect, like you say, the answer to your question is yes. I think we do need somebody in front of that back line. Strength, because we've variety everywhere else.
yeah.
Sorry, Mike. What did you think of Havertz?
I thought he did okay. I thought his goal was excellent.
Okay.
The way he took it, I mean, that to me was a very confident guy. I've yet to watch the skills test. I'm going to do that probably tomorrow. But I believe he walked off with a sort of tail between his legs a little bit there.
Fair enough.
But he came out and he played all right from what I could see. But the way he took that goal, that was a guy who still got confidence. He brought it down. He watched the ball.
Yeah.
He brought it on his chest, and it was a volley on the near post, inside where the keeper was. I predict, I've got it on my Facebook, that he's going to do well. Because
I hope so. I really hope so.
I just think he will, because Chelsea played him in the wrong position.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, Chelsea was just a mess. So, yeah, I think I personally think we'll probably have a very good deal from him. Sorry, I just want to bring John in here. Which exciting season ahead for Gooners. Not sure if we will improve on second, but time will tell. And we have depth. Yeah, I think that's a really positive outlook. It's pre-season. Yeah, positive outlook. And we have to be positive, because I am so fed up with all the negativity to the point where, I might switch off from because my internet's playing up. But seriously, it just gets me down. Try and look at the positives. My God, we haven't been relegated. We actually finished second. And we knew who we were up against. Oil money, call it out for what it is. All right, they are very amazing, but whatever. But yeah, we did really well, and we have to believe that we. This goes back to the whole thing about winning silverware. Me and Mark have called it out. Maybe we're very old-fashioned. We're sure not simple, but we have good old-fashioned values. And unfortunately, the FA Cup only stands as a beautiful cup, end of. But us old school, it means so much.
Yeah.
Plus, we're still the holders, and I'd like us to be the holders of that next. Sorry, it means a hell of a lot to me. And actually, before I go any further, Community Shield, beat them. Just beat them. Like the women with Chelsea, isn't it? Do it. End of.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, what's Mr. Tom saying? I had rice at the buffet earlier. Well, that's wonderful. Yeah. Absolutely. Let's hope he's really, really good for us. He keeps smiling. They're all smiling, actually, so that's half the battle. We'll play well next.
Yeah.
Chelsea is where humans go to get rich. Well, their talent is wasted, diminished.
Yeah.
Out of everybody, I so despise Chelsea. I don't like Man City much, but I don't like Tottenham. But Chelsea is on a different level. So, yeah, we have Well, I just call these players now, like Jorginho and Havertz, they've been set free. They've come to the Arsenal. They can play football. They are happy. They're beautiful human beings. It's not their fault they ended up at Chelsea, and they've been set free now. Next. Yeah, there's no more of this. The only reject Arsenal was Willen, bless his heart, and he couldn't run anymore. It's what it is. But no hate there. But it is what it is.
There was, I've seen it on YouTube. There was an interview with, who was it now? I'm just trying to think. It was, the other guy who got in midfield. I just mentioned him from Chelsea.
Jorginho?
Sorry. And he was saying, as soon as he found out, he heard the rumour that Kai Havertz was sort of possibly going to Arsenal. He said he rang him and said, "Bro, you've got to come. This is perfect for you. It's a great project for you. It'll get you out of Chelsea, and it's absolutely perfect. You've got to come. It's great here." And he said that's what he said. So, and that's what I mean. Agent Jorginho.
Yeah. No, I love it. End all. Right, sorry, Mr. Tom again. Thank you for doing loads of chat. I can tell you, right, who's going to get relegated, Mr. Tom? You haven't even started the season. Right, who's at the bottom of the pile? Or who's just come up, I should say. Well, Burnley's come up and they won't. Oh, yeah, come on, Vincent. Yeah, Vincent will do all right.
Yeah, I think he'll do all
Sheffield
right.
United for me.
Yeah, I like Vincent.
Sheffield United. Who's the other one that's come up? Was it Sunderland, Middlesbrough?
Sheffield United and Luton are the first obvious two for me.
Yeah, Luton. Sorry, yeah, Luton.
Luton, I think they'll struggle.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I'm going to bring Emerson in this one. John Gunnar was saying Amari Hutchinson gone from the Arsenal to Chelsea to Ipswich. Yeah, I saw that. I'm on Twitter somewhere, wherever. Some agent he has. Yeah, well, what are your views on that, Emerson? As obviously you're in the know.
It's a good move. It's a good move to Ipswich, as I said, to start his career back on track again. Because when he went to Chelsea, because there was controversy when he went to Chelsea in the first place, like that. So, as I said, with all these young players from the last 2 seasons ago, thing like that, one or two decides to go on loan. He obviously got his head turned by the money that Chelsea were offering, and he went there. And he only played a couple of times for the first team last season. Yeah. And as I said, then Chelsea didn't take him on any of the pre-season matches this summer, thing like that. So Ipswich came calling, and obviously he signed for him. And looking at that chat, they said that he might have gone as a free agent, but I got a feeling he might have had a year or 2 left on his contract. Right. So good luck to him.
Yeah, it's a loan deal, isn't it?
Listen, he's gone. End of. I wish him well. Peace, love, and light. All that jazz next. Sorry. I think we've got a birthday celebration going on here. Mr. Tom, is it your birthday? If so, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mr. Tom. Happy birthday to you. Hope you're having a good time. The Arsenal won the other day. Next. Right, sorry, I'm just quickly going through this chat. We've got so many chatty people. I'm not used to all of this.
Tottenham.
Look at that. You're a star. Right, Tottenham, Luton and Sheffield. Yeah. No, we can't get rid of Tottenham. You've got to play them just for the fun of it. We like to see them humiliated.
We might not get 6 points off the other teams.
No, you can't. You're a big Eddie fan. That's sweet. Yeah, I like Eddie. All right, John's saying I'm back in Luton Town Luton Town. Not my FA Cup. No. Nope. Sorry, John, not having that one. We need to win the FA Cup.
They haven't got a home ground at the moment, so they're not likely to leave the FA Cup.
Oh, dear, too funny. Right, anyway, I'm now going to go on to the Women's World Cup. And just a quick promo now. Ryan will be doing a watch-along tomorrow at 10:30 in the morning. That's a reasonable time. I will be up. I will be on the chat, folks. Give my little 2 penny for it. I do loads of other things as I do. Come back in, watch the telly, whatever. No, Ryan does an excellent watch along, particularly with the women's, I must say. And of course, tomorrow we have England and Haiti. Dare I say, come on, England. I'm going to get back to Russo in a minute. But more importantly, I really want to plug our Mark here. Mark, you have been a superstar. You are watching all these women's games.
Everyone so far, and
Wow.
I will be up. And I will be up. I'm getting up at 1:45 to watch the first one tomorrow.
Bless.
So yeah, four tomorrow.
Wow.
Today was all. There was only 3.
You were lucky. I'm sorry, I want to bring Richard in here because you stayed up and watched the men's match. But have you done any women's matches yet, Richard?
Not at the moment. I'll be at work tomorrow, but I'll put the headphones in whilst walking about and listen to the women's.
And sorry, Richard, can I just ask, did you manage to get off of work after the
I did.
Arsenal match?
It nearly killed me, but yeah. My wife got up about 2:30 and said he came into the front room and said, "You got to get up in the morning." So I came into bed and watched it while in bed.
Oh,
but
bless.
yeah, it was a good game, and I did struggle, but I took extra tablets to help me along. So.
Oh, bless you.
That's all you do. And as I said, I won't watch a game tomorrow, but I'll be listening along.
That's fair enough.
To the commentary because otherwise I might smash some cars in.
Well, I think we can be fairly confident.
I'm talking about Tottenham. We had a Tottenham fan in the shop the other day. You knew, apart from the top he had on, he was pushing two trolleys stuck together around the shop, and he hadn't even noticed. So you could tell he was a Tottenham fan, even if he hadn't been wearing the shirt.
Well, I'll tell you a funny story. In the same shop that you work in between my travels today, I popped in my local store and I saw this person with their Spursy top on, and they seemed nice enough, but I just thought, I really don't want to get too close. So I tried to avoid him, and then he sort of moved, and then it was like, and I thought, can you go away? I thought, I really wish I was wearing this. That would have been the classic, wouldn't it? It was like, go away with your crappy little Spursy top.
Well, I used to work for Lum Poly Travel Agents, ended up in Thompson Holidays.
Yeah.
And Thompson, unfortunately, ended up being Spurs' sponsors. Yeah. So I actually had to go for training courses at White Hart Lane. But I made sure I wore my old Arsenal T-shirt under my uniform, so I didn't feel so bad.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So yeah. I said, do we have to go there? Can't we go somewhere else? They're like, no, we're getting it for free. I was like, okay.
Yeah. Well, it's working it. Oh, actually, James, bless you. I hope Arsenal beat City to title proper club. Well, I'll start off with the Community Shield because that even has, and more importantly, it's about who we're playing against. So, yeah. That everybody else doesn't matter. Yeah, they're all going to come a bit better, but yeah, it's all about City and all big time.
Yeah.
Right, okay, I thought Ryan had a sex change. Okay, we won't go there with that one. Next.
Ange, before you move on to the next segment, can Mark explain for the VAR decision in one of the games that we were talking about you know, the other day, you know that VAR decision that made history.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. And I've also got some facts for you as well. I've been digging into some background. So I'll just give you a quick, brief summary. So it's the 9th edition of the Women's World Cup. The first to feature 2 host nations, 9 host cities, 10 stadiums, 32 teams. First time there's been 32 teams. 64 matches, 32 days of competition, and that which over 8 groups, obviously 8 groups of 4. 152 million US dollars is going to be divided between the competitors. I don't know who gets what, but that's a stat that I've found. And there's a $10.5 million bonus to the winning country team, I guess, for that. There's 8 teams making their debut. You've got Haiti, Morocco, Panama, Philippines, Portugal, Republic of Ireland, Vietnam, and Zambia. There's 4 time zones played over from west to east. You've got Perth in the west and Hamilton in the east. Right. And there are 19 different kickoff times.
Wow.
Ranging from 1 o'clock in the morning being the earliest and 1:30 in the afternoon being the latest. And it is with over 1 million tickets sold. These are sold, doesn't mean whether they're going to actually turn up, but 1 million tickets sold. It is currently the most participated women's standalone event ever.
Wow.
In any sport. That's a damn good achievement, I think.
Actually, Mark, right. Just from the matches, because you've watched them all, what so far has been the best match, the match that has, you know, stood out for you so far?
Well, to be honest, I'd have to say the first one, purely for the fact that it was because there was 2 pieces of history, which is basically New Zealand have won their very first ever group match. They've never won a match before in a Women's World Cup, and they've been to 6 of them previously. And the VAR announcements, which now I don't know, Emerson, are they going to be in the Women's League this year as well as the Premier League? Has that been confirmed yet?
I don't it will happen in the WSL for a while, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens when the WSL season starts. But I don't think it will happen. But what you said,
no, because
you said regarding that decision, not every ground is going to have it unless it's at a major stadium. It's a possibility. But I can't see it happening.
No. Well, basically, what it involves now is if the VAR get involved, which is basically if they tell the referee to go over and have a look at the monitor, the on-field decision will be the referee is now mic'd up to the stadium, so the on-field decision will be basically given over the mic. So therefore, all the fans can know why the decision was given. So basically, they consult with the VAR representatives. They'll go over to the monitor, have a look at it, and then decide. And whatever they decide, that decision is communicated so the whole of the stadium can hear.
Sorry, Mark, can I just ask, is the VAR in West London?
No. Well, this tournament anyway.
Sorry.
I don't know where else it's going to be, but I believe it's going to work it's going to be the same in the Premier League this year. So
okay.
I don't know how that's going to be received in the men's game, but it could be interesting.
In the right direction, isn't it?
Oh, I think it was. I thought it was brilliant. She was that first one for the penalty. She was very clear. It came across very well, but I don't know how.
Yeah, I like. Was it the season before last, we were against Reading, us against Reading, when the refs on the TV were mic'd up and you could hear them consulting on the TV. I thought that was quite good for. So again, if you can implement that and have the announcements on the thing, and even get them showing on the screens in the stadium what's being shown to the ref, at least the fans are going to have some understanding of what's going on and what's being looked at.
Yeah.
Even if they don't agree with the final decision, and you're not going to get too many.
Also, I think that in the men's game last season, I think more than any out of recent seasons with VAR, I think there were a couple of occasions at least where even the commentary team on Sky or whatever were saying, well, how did he come to that decision? Is at least you know from the referee. And it's a good thing with the rugby, you know, if the rugby union, and you get to hear straight away what the referee's saying. And I think it's a move in the right direction.
Yeah. I agree with them, Mike. I definitely think it should have been. To be fair, it should have been in years ago. I think we should have either the same system of the rugby or they do in the cricket, where you know one way or the other, you know why the decision was made.
There was another bar today, wasn't there? An overturned yellow to red, I believe.
Yes, there was. Yeah, in the Nigeria-Canada game. Yeah. I think the ladies will need to watch out for that Canadian lady. She seems a bit aggressive, shall we say.
Really?
She's Chelsea.
Yeah.
Lawrence?
Right.
Ashley Lawrence, their new signing.
Yeah. She likes a tackle. So that could be an interesting encounter when we play them. But yeah, no, there's been some really, really good games, actually. Good games.
Mark,
and I thought the coverage was really good.
Mark, you missed one point that you did say. Mark, you missed one point that you haven't mentioned about the penalties.
What's that? Oh, the penalties. Yeah, there's been a penalty in every game, but only 2 have been scored. 3 have been missed. So 5 games so far, 5 penalties. And it was the only game today actually that had a goal in the first half. All the other goals have come in the second half as well.
Right. Okay.
That's been a good tournament. And I think the coverage has been very good. I don't know what everybody else thinks of whatever they've seen, but I think the coverage has been very good.
Yeah, for the bits and pieces I've seen, which was more yesterday than today, because I was a bit caught up with other stuff today. But between BBC and ITV, both very professional. Great to see predominantly women covering this. Yeah, really bad. And of course, do lovely Jonas being on the BBC. But yeah, no, I've been really impressed. And I just want to say thank you, James. Thank you, James. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'm trying my best. I'm new to this channel, but I'm really loving it, as we all are. Thank you. Me being a bit Irish here. Ireland's first female World Cup. Absolutely. Although I'd be rooting for Northern Ireland, but no, bless them. Yeah, but won't, no hope. But yeah, fair play to the Republic girls. Yeah, and of course our Katie.
Yeah.
And it was flatting, wasn't it? Because we all really wanted Ireland to get something out of it. But what can you say? Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see. I'm looking forward to seeing USA early tomorrow morning. That's going to be.
I'll watch that one.
We might get an indication as to
what time's that one, Mark? Sorry.
2:00.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that one. Yeah, I can do that one. That's cool.
2:00 Saturday morning, as in AM.
Oh no, I'm not doing that one. Oh yes, I'm not doing that one. I'll be in bed. Yeah, I'll be gone.
Now that's my first one.
Oh, bless you. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Two,
I'll do my best to help you out, Mark, on that one.
Of course I do.
2, 8, 2, 6, 8, 10:30, and 1 o'clock.
Right.
That's right.
Because there's 4 tomorrow.
Well, that brings me on back to the England squad. And of course, we've got our new super signing, Leslie. And obviously, we know she'll get minutes. I personally think now that she's made her announcement to the Arsenal, I felt when we saw her before in that friendly, whatever you want to call it, that she was really trying, but there was a bit of I think it was this whole thing about Arsenal hanging over her shoulders. I think we'll see a different player now she's been announced, new club. Yeah, because Serena had actually said, girls, if you're going to change clubs, do your business before or after, which I totally get. You've got to be 100% for the World Cup, haven't you, playing for England?
Yeah.
So, I think we'll see. I mean, also, another one that is going to be amazing is Rachel Daly, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, because she's kind of got Russo's slot at the moment, but that's fine. And I can see
she's on form.
Starter.
She's the informed striker at the moment, so
that's fair enough.
You get what you deserve, don't you? And
absolutely. But I just think for Russo, I think we'll see a bit of a different side to her now. Yeah, she's done the announcement. Everybody knows it is what it is. Yeah, I think now she's allowed to be an England player. So look forward. God, don't let her get injured, please. And also the other one I want to plug is our Lotta.
Lottie.
Yeah.
I hope she gets some minutes.
Yes.
She's so diehard. As much as she's diehard Arsenal, she's diehard England. I hope she gets some minutes.
Yeah.
I know it's hard because they got a lot of good players, but I hope she gets some minutes.
Actually, on her, I thought with going to a couple of games at the end of last season, I thought somehow she moved up a level. I thought she stuck out to me as being more consistent. She was playing better. I know it was more of a tired mistake in the Champions League. I think really that was just, she was dead on her feet. But for the last, say, 4 or 5 games, I thought she was the standout player for me. And she was, she was almost like underly reported at how well she was actually doing, because everyone was talking about all the people who were going to the World Cup and all these players and the injuries. And I felt really that sort of undermined a little bit how well she was actually playing, because I've been following the women for years now. And I think this last run in the second half of the season was definitely the best I've seen her play. And she was definitely worth her place in the starting 11, because she was coming in as a sub occasionally when we had a full squad. But I think she definitely nailed that place in the team towards the end of the season.
Sorry, Colonel Ward. Can we get individual panelists to once a week to dress up like Eddie? No, I think that's misappropriation. I'm sorry. Well, I'm a woman.
What, Eddie?
Yeah, is that Iron Maiden, Eddie?
Eddie Izzard.
Eddie Izzard. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, that is too funny. Yes, okay. Yeah, we all been in love for Eddie. We want him to score more goals next. Oh dear. Oh my God, what is this? I love these guys. My bald mate always carries his old comb around with him. You just can't part with it. Boom, boom. There you go. Got a corny joke thrown in there, guys. Love it. Bless James, you're such an Irish person. I was going to say Paddy. I can say that because I'm part Irish. Ireland will win the tournament. Do you know what? I wish they would, actually, just for their tenacity, but probably won't happen. Probably won't. But yeah, they'll play that hard.
Also, Ange, I'm not sure if Mark didn't mention it. I'll just come to my head that Leah Warty played her first match since her injury. today.
Yes.
The other day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Putting out she was ready.
I'm not sure if he mentioned it, but this came into my head that she made played her first match since her injury, and obviously she played up to around about 60 to 70 minutes of the match
Oh wow!
before she came off.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
good.
And the same with Frida as well. She played 60 to 70 minutes in her game as well. So at least a couple of our players have played, of getting minutes in this World Cup now.
Yeah, the new Canadian signing came on as well.
Yeah.
But she was on the subs bench, but she looked okay from the touches she had. So I don't think she's obviously not first choice for them at the moment. But
Yeah, fair enough.
no, I think she's going to be good.
Right, sorry, Mr. Tom saying the Australia-Ireland game was disappointing.
No, I'd have to disagree with that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I watched most of that. So
yeah. I thought Australia. I think you could see that because Kerr was out. I think they were very, very flat.
yeah,
Right at the start, like probably the first half. I thought it was a brilliant game for the physicality. I thought it was actually a very good advert for, the men being more physical because the tackles were flying in, and as we know, Cagey doesn't give any quarter, so it was great. It was actually, I thought it was a really good game. I thought Ireland were really unlucky. Actually, I wanted Ireland to win.
yeah.
As much as I like, obviously, our Australian Arsenal ladies.
No,
But,
I get that totally.
yeah, no, I actually thought it was a really good game.
Yeah, no, I'll go along with that. I mean, I didn't watch it religiously like you did, but yeah, I managed to. Yeah, I thought it was a good game. Yeah, I'm sorry, I've done that one. Right, Chris, next. I've never in my life seen odds like this. From Vietnam to win 300 to 1. Right, okay. I don't think
Got to be worth £1.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, we were.
What were Leicester to win the Premier League?
Yeah.
Right. Oh God, Nightman, what are you talking about? Oppenheimer hasn't scheduled to drop in Japan yet. It is okay. Yeah, okay, right. Yeah, this is really good. Yeah, okay. I don't know what to say about that.
Good one.
Oh, right. Sorry, another one from Mr. Tommy. I did laugh at the Ireland defender demanding VAR overturn the penalty when she put both hands in the opponent's back.
She did plead her case very well to the referee.
Yeah, no, it's pretty well. It is weird. Right. Oh gosh, come on, Zambia. Are they playing? Is Zambia good?
Is that one of the new ones?
That's one of the new teams. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah, come on, Zambia then. Okay. Fair enough. Oh dear. Right.
There is a one other stat that I forgot to mention, which is quite interesting, is that over 30% of the women that are actually playing are actually non-professional. Like
Right,
most of the Philippines that were playing today, they're not professional, and a lot of the coaches are actually coaching. There was, I think it was the Philippines coach, is actually they're coaching two teams basically. So yeah, so I thought that was quite interesting with it being quite high, sort of 30%.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's close to a third, isn't it?
That's better.
yeah.
Get a bit
Yeah.
large.
There's a lot going on behind the scenes as well. There's been a lot of ructions as regards pay and things, and because apparently the Spanish team that played today was sort of cobbled together, because there was about half of them actually dropped out about 3 weeks before the tournament
Oh,
because they were protesting. Most of them were from Barcelona, apparently.
That's right. They said that in commentary, Mark. As I said, about a third of the team of all of Barcelona players. They were asking why couldn't they play other players from the other teams in the Spanish ladies division. So
interesting.
And they played quite well as well in that game as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're Spain, and of course they will.
And good to see the piece. I don't know. I know we spoke about it, Ange, about the piece on ITV when they showed about the ACLs.
Oh gosh, yeah.
That was nice. It was nice to see it was being talked about.
Yes. It's getting much more of an airing, and when we go back, I mean, we're just sort of doing bits and pieces here at the moment, but when we go back properly, which will be October, and we really want to highlight, and hopefully we'll get even more information about these ACLs, because it's a major issue. I mean, obviously it's been devastating for us.
I did see a report somewhere that it's not just there's so many different factors for it. So
Yeah.
I saw an interview with Steph Catley a couple of weeks ago, and she actually said and mentioned that the science people at Arsenal themselves were looking into it because it devastated the squad last season so much that there is actually an investigation by the science board. She just said that it was a science. She didn't say whether it was the doctors or on the physical side. They said it was the science people. That's all she said. But obviously, we're taking it very seriously as a club.
That's good.
I mean, I think the report I saw, one of the things they were highlighting is the training, that the difference in training that boys get to girls, and how that affects as you go up the years, and that is one of the factors as well as others. So, but it does need to be looked at, and as I've said, I mean, when you look at athletes, track of just especially runners, all their shoes are individually tailored to the way they run and that. And if you look at, I did at Thomas Partey at the end of last season. When he runs, he lands on the outside of his foot. So where the pressure is, it goes on to certain parts of the knee and legs. So it doesn't just need to be the women's game. It also needs to be the men's game, and these boots need to be started to be tailored to individual players, so that these impact injuries lessen across the whole sport.
Yeah, definitely.
Sorry, is there anybody going to actually go and see this Oppenheimer film? I won't, because I never go to cinema. Because apparently I've got the lighting. Well, I've done it on a budget next. It's too funny. It looks one of those, dare I say it, almost charismatic films, but obviously the content is far more serious.
Yeah.
I'll wait till it comes on telly or whatever. Yeah, I just don't do cinema. I'm too much of a fidget. I can't be doing the cinema. No, I can't. Oh, God. Sorry, Mr. Tom. We're talking about football. Who is better, Andy Garcia or Richard Gere? I'm so confident England and USA will win tomorrow. I'd rather waste time by rating the early 90s Super Bowl. Right, okay. Ooh, I'm going to go for Richard Gere. I'm a girly. Richard Gere, got to be Zam. Yeah, it's Richard. End of. All day. Which is totally off the track of football. Next. Oh, it's so funny. Right, anyway, on a final note, guys, I've had a total hissy fit. Notice one wearing the most beautiful recent away. Right. Are we in? Are we out with that vile away kit? That's my
And-
opinion. It's horrible, but everybody else have your say.
Can I just say that top that you've got now, in the history of Arsenal, that top is the only strip that has outsold the home kit in the history of Arsenal.
I mean,
Always home strips outsold everything except for that one, and that
Yeah,
outsold.
Fair enough. Fair enough, because it's
yeah, I mean, you've got to remember the bruised banana kit. That wasn't very popular at the time, but it became iconic because of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
and
sure of it at the time.
let's be honest, if we win the same amount of away matches as we did last season with this kit, who cares?
well, yeah, more
If we win at Old Trafford, Anfield, and the Etihad wearing it, it'll do for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I get that, but I'm just talking about. This top was bought for me from a certain website, and it is original. And said person did not pay extortionate money, so big bargain, just like my home kit. Somebody got very lucky. But when you go on the Arsenal website and just for the basic home kit for the £80 one, because they messed up the other one. Yeah, that one. And now I've been told, I haven't bothered to look, but for that hideous away kit, that is £100. Is that right?
It will be.
It's £80. It's £80 roughly. It's £100 if it's another type of shirt. It's the same shirt, but a different, slightly different design. Slightly thing. I think it's more like it's the player's issue. But as I said, you've seen me wearing it, thing on the show previously.
No, I'm talking about the horrible one, not the nice one.
Yeah. That's what I'm on about. That's what I'm on about. That's what I was on about.
The only difference.
Go on. Whoever's going to mention it.
The differences are because they do them through through all three kits. You've got replica and you've got authentic.
Yeah.
And the only difference is the kit. It's exactly the same apart from the material. That is the only difference is the material, because the authentic kit is made specifically to be more of a sports type shirt as regards anti-sweat and everything like that, and the fabric. It's exactly the same design. The only difference is basically it's the one the players wear. The players never wear a replica kit. They always wear the authentic kit, and that is where they have the two. And it's a complete travesty of justice, and it's money making, but it's always been the same.
Sorry.
Go back to the
Aero ready. This is the £80 one, which £80 for. But yeah, it's aero ready, and then you get one that's got something else.
That's it.
I mean, I will say at least it's not the Man United away kit.
Oh, that looks shit, doesn't it?
Because that's pretty awful as well.
That is even worse. But sorry, I just want to, because I've seen between Twitter and Facebook, bit of Instagram, but mainly between Twitter and Facebook. Yeah, it's very mixed opinions about the away. Well, I still can't get my head round. Is it green or is it yellow?
Both.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah.
Because it's basically, if, like Mike was saying, if we went up at Old Trafford, if the lights fail up at Old Trafford,
oh, yeah, I'll give you that.
It will be sorted. We'll win.
Yeah, because these lads ain't electricians anymore. They won't be not like when you're in the Championship or in the FA Cup. We get those little teams and they got an electrician.
At least we know who we're passing to.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
Like Man United in the grey one.
But anyway, sorry, just because I've really got to be in my bonnet about this. Right, okay, I can't stand that away kit. I think, and it's something to do with Islington. Yeah, whatever.
That's right.
Yeah, okay, Richard, do you like that away kit?
No, I don't
No.
like it.
No, that's fine. Right, Michael, do you like it? Just as a shirt, an Arsenal shirt.
I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
Because I thought it looked good in the match
Right.
against the All Stars. I thought it looked all right, rather than studying it as
Yeah,
the sort
okay.
of players move. And don't forget, when you're playing, quite often the good players can pass a ball with a player in the corner of their periphery,
Yeah.
and that you're not going to miss somebody, you know. So it might have.
Okay.
It might be good in that way.
Okay. Right, Emerson, you for it against?
Yeah. Well, obviously, I've been wearing it for a while myself, and I like it myself. The reason why is, as everybody knows, it shows the map of Islington, and it's supposed to represent that all the various routes that the away fans take to go home from matches, or whether it's for home fans, their way to get to the Emirates or something like that. I don't know.
Emerson, can I stop you there? Had they had a drink or two? Because with all them wavy lines, they wouldn't know where they're going.
That's true, because I know you'd be hard to be spotted anyway if you was going to wear that shirt at night time. That's for sure.
Well, only if the opposition who you're playing and they get
that's true.
Scary, but no, seriously, all joking aside.
Because I can just imagine that fans wearing that at night time, you know, when the opposition team coach comes out, and things like that, when they drive out to go home, and things like that. Imagine that home fans standing on Hornsey Road, things like that, waiting for them to drive out and just have a path, you know, a lighting path. But it's a good shirt. It fits comfortable as well. So I know it's the same price as always as the home shirt, and obviously, you know, now they've got a third shirt coming out soon as well on the 1st of August. Sorry.
Well, I'm more interested about, and actually, I got almost excited because I think me and Mark, we were saying that on whatever Facebook group. But as soon as I heard Stella McCartney for the women's, I thought, oh God, that'll probably be shite. So I'm not getting I want to be pleasantly surprised, but I don't think I will be. But anyway, Mark, back to that men's away. Are you in or are you out?
I'm actually a bit like Mike. I'm a bit on the fence. I don't want to like it, but
yeah, okay, I get that.
From a marketing point of view, it's genius because Arsenal now hopefully will feed on the negativity, and I'm just waiting for the away coach to be in the same colours, because being Arsenal, there'll be somebody out there they'll market this to the hilt. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's because it's different, which you know.
I mean, I like the idea behind it. It's just I'm not sure on the colour.
Yeah, it's the colour that.
Richard, you're spot on. Yeah, I get the idea, but it's just the whole design, that colour, the way. No, I'm just not getting it. Sorry.
Because obviously, I'm worried now. I'm worried now as to how they're going to up that for next season. What the heck are they going to do next season? They bought this one out. You know.
But you know what's going wrong?
Well, we've had a pink one.
People with children.
See, I like the pink one, Mike. I thought the pink one was nice.
Oh no, I didn't like that at all. I didn't even like it on the women, and pink shouldn't come in sexuality. It was an insipid pink. Didn't like it. Didn't get it. Nah, didn't do it for me personally.
But it's going to be interesting. But
I think more importantly, the biggest factor is, and people do go out on the website and they pay all this extortionate money. Maybe they can pay it off in one go. Maybe they do the Klarna pay, whatever. But you're paying so much money each season.
Yeah.
It's extortionate.
It is.
Let alone if you've got children.
Yeah.
Who grow very quickly. But they probably grow quicker than they grow out there. It's just crazy.
Yeah,
real money.
It's the families that are getting stung, really. You know, if you've got 2 or 3 kids, you know.
Oh, blimey! A bloody nightmare. It's bad.
And also,
my little rant on it next. Right,
also,
guys.
Also,
Sorry,
Ange, before you round up, there's another thing that I didn't tell you that I was obviously at the Armory the other day, and from what I've been seeing, they reckon 6% of all the shirts they're selling, and who's the most popular squad number and name, they're having their name on the shirt. You didn't hear that?
Well, I would say it's got to be Rice, isn't it?
That's spot on, Mark. Spot on.
Yeah,
Everybody's having Rice on their shirt, and the thing is, Arsenal have got a lot of orders as well for having Rice at the back of their shirts, whether they do it in shop printing, and people pay in shop, or they're doing it by mail orders. They say they've got a big orders, to get all these shirts out before the start of the season with Rice on it on the home shirt.
Mm.
And
Well,
as I
Rice
said,
The money back already straight away.
Yeah, Rice will be so next season when we get Mbappe next year.
that's never going to happen, Mark. That's never going to happen.
Well,
It's
you
never
never
going to
know.
happen. But as I
Never
said,
sleep.
when I was there the other day, I spoke to a Spurs fan outside the Wonder Cafe. Although he wasn't wearing any Spurs stuff, but I said to him as a joke, if Harry Kane does not sign his contract, what odds would you say that he'll walk into Arsenal on a free transfer? As a joke.
Yeah, go.
But personally, I can't see that happening. But who knows? Who knows what's going through Harry Kane's head? Does he sign for Bayern Munich? Does he sign a new contract? Or does he wait to the end of the season, walk out of Spurs, Arsenal come calling, sign for a couple of years? Who knows? Look, I'm only saying. I'm only saying.
Over Sol Campbell. No disrespect, but I really haven't still got over that. And now we're going to get Harry Kane. Although he's ugly and that shirt's ugly, so maybe you'd make it work. And he's got a funny big head. I don't know what else. But yeah, he is a proper number 9. I'm going to give him.
Yeah, he's
that.
too old. Too old. We don't want him.
Yeah.
No, I can't be doing with Harry Kane.
He's
sorry.
not
He's the
right.
other side of 30 anyway. So.
I can't be doing with Harry Kane.
Too old.
And my last plug is that the under-21s were playing in Spain against Villarreal. Unfortunately, I don't know who went over.
Oh, okay.
Who went over to Spain, thing like that, for this match and thing like that. All I know that we've lost 4 academy players this week that gone on loan. And as I said earlier, I wish them all the best, and hopefully they be successful and get a lot of game time for their new clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, second that.
Yeah, definitely.
Right,
Definitely,
okay,
yeah.
guys. Sorry, unless we've got anything else, so I'm going to wrap this up because we've been on for quite a while. Big thank you to everybody who tuned in. Truly appreciate this. Thank you to my co-hosts. Couldn't do it without you. And once again, this is the All Arsenal show for the Mr. Arsenal podcast. Ryan, thank you so much, Ryan. Really loving
Thank you.
this, as I think we all are. Not quite sure if we're coming on next week because I've got a big problem with that major internet provider and a hub that is open. So I'm not going to commit myself at the moment, but as soon as I can get this little thing sorted out, we'll do snippets here and there just to keep our hand in and have you lovely guys come and view us. But of course, we've got quite a long wait, haven't we? Because it's October when it all kicks off for the women.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought the home package, so I'm going
I saw that, Richard. Yeah.
Me and the daughter are going to all the Emirates.
You know what, Richard? That's a brilliant idea. For me, it won't work because it depends when they happen. Because the girl now, of course, is working in the school. It's great when it's school holidays, but yeah, she has to be up early and living in a silly little flat. So yeah, we're basically me and Steve will do it as and when what will suit the daughter.
It just seems too good a deal to miss.
Oh no, listen, for you, do it. I think that's a brilliant idea. I definitely want to get to at least one Emirates match, without doubt.
Yeah,
And
we'll also be doing the Champions League if we get through that.
Yeah,
Which we should do, but.
Yeah. We'll and we need to do a proper going live. No disrespect to the other channel, but we need to do. I'm sure we can incorporate that with Ryan, and hopefully Ryan will be there as well. But do a proper going live. We're there. Yeah, it's going to be brilliant. Right. On a final note, Mr. Tom, I hope you've had a blast with your birthday, mate. Thank you for tuning in. And like I said, we'll be back soon. Not quite sure when, but thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye.
Cheers.
Bye. Bye. Bye.